Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the English Lounge. I'm Emma, and I'm so happy you're here with us today.
And I'm Ethan. Great to see you again, everyone. And if this is your first time listening to the English Lounge, welcome to our little corner of the internet.
We're here to help you improve your English in the most natural, fun way possible. We talk, you listen, and hopefully we all learn something together.
That's exactly right. So, Emma, how are you doing today? You look a little tired.
Oh my goodness, Ethan, you're so observant. Yes, I am exhausted. My cat Luna decided to redecorate my bedroom at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh no, what did she do?
Well, picture this. I'm sleeping, and suddenly I hear this crash, then another crash, and another. So I turn on the light, and it's Luna sitting on my bedside table like the queen of the world, and she had knocked off my water glass, my book, my phone charger, and my reading glasses, one by one, very deliberately.
Oh my God, and she was just sitting there looking at you?
Yes, just staring at me with those big green eyes, like, what? I didn't do anything. And then I swear she looked at my alarm clock like she was considering pushing that off too.
That is so typical. I mean, I don't have a cat now, but my family had cats when I was growing up, and they always did stuff like that. It's like they have this internal clock that goes off at 3 a.m. and says, time to cause chaos.
Exactly. And you know what's funny? I wasn't even mad. I was just lying there, cleaning up water from my floor, thinking, why do we love these little troublemakers so much?
Right. And that's actually perfect because that's exactly what we're talking about today. How to talk about your pets in English. Because let's face it,
We talk about our pets constantly. Whether you're meeting someone new, chatting with coworkers, or just making small talk, pets are one of the most common conversation topics in English-speaking countries.
absolutely. And it's such a great way to connect with people. Because, I mean, who doesn't love a good pet story? Plus, it's practical vocabulary that you'll definitely use in real conversations.
So, today we're going to share stories about our own pets, teach you tons of useful vocabulary, and give you the confidence to talk about your furry friends in English. And speaking of that, our first question for you listeners is, do you have a pet? What kind of animal is it? We'd love to hear from you in the comments.
Yes, write a comment, send us a message, whatever you prefer. We really do read every single one, and we love hearing about your pets. All right, Emma, shall we start by talking about our own pets?
Let's do it. Ethan, you go first. Tell us about your dog.
Okay, so I have a dog named Biscuit. He's a golden retriever, and he's 4 years old. I got him as a puppy, and he was this tiny little golden ball of fluff. Now he's still golden, but he's definitely not tiny anymore.
How big is he now?
He's about 70 pounds, and he's got this beautiful golden coat, these big brown eyes, and the most expressive face. When he's happy, which is basically all the time, his whole body wags, not just his tail.
Oh, and why did you name him Biscuit?
Well, when he was a puppy, he was this perfect golden brown color, and he was round and soft, just like a biscuit. Plus, he was always trying to eat everything, including actual biscuits.
That's so cute. What's his personality like?
He's incredibly friendly and energetic. Every single morning, he wakes up like it's the best day of his entire life. He bounces around, he brings me his favorite tennis ball, and he follows me everywhere I go. Kitchen, bathroom, office. If I'm there, Biscuit is there.
Oh, so no privacy whatsoever?
Zero privacy. But honestly, I love it. He's like my shadow. What about Luna? I know she's the midnight interior decorator, but tell me more about her.
Oh, Luna is something special. She's a 7-year-old black cat with the most gorgeous bright green eyes. I got her from a rescue shelter about 5 years ago, and she has such an interesting backstory.
Oh, tell us.
When I first brought her home, she was terrified of everything. She hid under my bed for an entire week. I would put food and water near the bed, and she would only come out to eat when I wasn't around. I was starting to worry that she would never trust me.
Poor little thing. But obviously she came around, right?
Oh boy, did she ever. Now she's the most confident, vocal, demanding cat you've ever met. She talks to me constantly. If I'm late with breakfast, she sits by her food bowl and meows these long, complicated sentences like she's giving me a lecture.
That's such a transformation. It's amazing how different dogs and cats are, isn't it? Biscuit is like, everything is wonderful all the time, while Luna sounds like she has very strong opinions about how things should be done.
Exactly. But when she's happy, she purrs so loudly you can hear it from across the room. And she has this little ritual where she makes biscuits on my blanket with her paws before she settles down for a nap.
That's adorable. Okay, so before we go further, let's ask our listeners, what's your pet's name and can you describe their personality in just one word? For example, I'd say, my dog Biscuit is very playful, or Biscuit is energetic. Write it in the comments.
Great question. Now let's talk about how to describe what your pet looks like. This is super useful vocabulary. Ethan, let's start with the word breed. Can you explain that?
Breed means the type or variety of animal. For dogs, you might hear Golden Retriever like Biscuit, or German Shepherd, Beagle, Poodle, Bulldog. It's a really common question. What breed is your dog?
Right, and if someone asks about your dog's breed, but your dog is a mix of different breeds, you can say he's a mixed breed, or more casually, he's a mutt. Mutt is actually a really friendly, affectionate term.
Exactly. For cats, you might hear Persian, Siamese, Maine Coon, but honestly, a lot of cats are just cats. You can say, she's a domestic shorthair, or she's just a regular house cat.
Now, for physical descriptions, there's lots of useful vocabulary. For fur or coat colors, you can say brown fur, black fur, white fur, gray fur. Some dogs have spots, or they might be striped.
And for body parts, big ears, small ears, pointy ears, floppy ears. That's when the ears hang down like biscuits. Long tail, short tail, curly tail. Big paws, white paws.
For size, you can say small, medium, large, or tiny, huge. And for eyes, brown eyes, blue eyes, green eyes like Luna's, one blue eye and one brown eye. That's actually pretty common in some breeds.
So you might say, my dog has brown fur, floppy ears, and a long tail. Or, my cat is all black with bright green eyes.
Perfect examples. Now let's talk about personality. This is where it gets really fun because every pet has such a unique character.
Oh, definitely. Some common personality words: playful, loves to play and run around; calm, relaxed and peaceful; gentle, very soft and kind with people; energetic, has lots of energy.
Friendly, loves meeting new people. Shy, nervous around strangers. Independent, likes to do their own thing. And, naughty, gets into trouble sometimes.
Oh, Biscuit is definitely naughty sometimes. I have to tell you this story. Last month, I came home from work and I couldn't find Biscuit anywhere. I was calling his name, looking everywhere. Finally, I found him in the kitchen and he had somehow gotten onto the counter and eaten an entire loaf of bread. An entire loaf.
Oh no, the whole thing?
Every single slice. And the bag. And he was just lying on the floor with his belly all round and full, looking at me like, "What? I have no idea what happened to your bread."
That's hilarious. And I bet he didn't look sorry at all, did he?
Not even a little bit. He looked proud of himself. That's when you can say he's mischievous or he's a troublemaker.
Now, if your pet has some challenging behaviors, there are polite ways to describe them. Instead of saying, "My dog barks at everyone," you can say, "He's not great with strangers," or "He takes time to warm up to new people."
That's much nicer. Or she's selective about her friends instead of "my cat hides from visitors."
Exactly. Okay, listeners, here's your turn. Describe your pet's personality using one of these words: playful, calm, naughty, gentle, shy, loyal, or energetic. Write a sentence like, "My cat Whiskers is very independent" in the comments below.
Now let's talk about pet care. This is super practical vocabulary. First, dogs need walks. We say walk the dog or take the dog for a walk. I take Biscuit for 2 walks every day, one in the morning and one in the evening.
And I bet he has very strong opinions about the timing of those walks.
Oh my God, yes! If I'm even 10 minutes late, he sits by the front door and stares at me with these guilt-inducing puppy dog eyes. It's like he's saying, "How could you forget about me?"
The classic dog guilt trip. For feeding, you can say, "I feed him twice a day," or "She eats breakfast and dinner." And grooming is important. Brush their fur, trim their nails, clean their ears.
Right, and here's a word that every dog owner knows: shedding. That means when they lose their fur. Biscuit sheds constantly. I swear there is golden fur on every piece of clothing I own, on my couch, in my car, probably in my coffee at this point.
That's just part of your life now.
Completely. I've just accepted that everything I own is now golden retriever colored.
Cats are a bit different. Most cats groom themselves, but you do need to clean the litter box. That's the box with sand or litter where cats go to the bathroom inside the house.
Not the most glamorous part of pet ownership.
Definitely not. But you do it because you love them. And don't forget vet visits. You take your pet to the vet for checkups, vaccinations, or when they're sick. You might say, "I'm taking Luna to the vet tomorrow for her annual checkup."
Biscuit actually loves going to the vet. He thinks it's a fun adventure where he gets to meet new people who give him treats.
Luna has the complete opposite reaction. She starts meowing in the car like she's protesting the entire way there. By the time we arrive, she sounds like she's giving a very angry speech about her rights being violated.
That's so funny how different they are. Okay, listeners, question for you. What's the best part of having a pet? Or if you don't have one, what's holding you back? Tell us in the comments.
Now, let's talk about the emotional side, because pets aren't just animals, are they? They become part of the family. That's such a common expression.
Absolutely. You can say, she means the world to me, or I don't know what I'd do without him. And there's actually research that shows pets reduce stress and make us happier.
I totally believe that. After a really stressful day, when Luna curls up on my lap and starts purring, it's like all my worries just melt away. There's something so comforting about that sound.
Same with Biscuit. When I come home and he's just so genuinely excited to see me, wagging his whole body, it's impossible to stay in a bad mood.
And you know what? Asking, "Do you have any pets?" is one of the best conversation starters in English. People love talking about their animals, and it's a safe, friendly topic for almost any situation.
So true. All right, last question for our listeners. Tell us one funny or sweet thing your pet does. We love hearing these stories, and it's great practice for using the vocabulary we've learned today.
Okay, let's wrap up with a quick review of all the useful phrases we've covered today. For describing appearance, she has brown fur and green eyes. He has floppy ears and a long tail. She's a small black cat.
He's very playful. She's quite calm. He can be a little naughty. She's incredibly loyal.
For your relationship, he's part of the family. She means the world to me. I don't know what I'd do without her. He has me wrapped around his little paw.
And for shy pets, she warms up slowly to new people. For loyal pets, he follows me everywhere I go.
Try to use some of these phrases this week, even if it's just practice in the mirror. And definitely write about your pet in the comments. It's such good practice, and we genuinely love reading your stories.
We really do read every single comment, and sometimes they give us ideas for future episodes too.
A huge thank you to everyone who listened today. Whether you're a longtime member of our English Lounge family or this is your very first episode, we're so grateful you chose to spend your time with us.
If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with a friend who's learning English or someone who just loves talking about pets. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode.
You can find us on social media too. We're on Instagram and Facebook as the English Lounge Podcast. We share little grammar tips and behind-the-scenes stories about Luna and Biscuit.
All right, everyone. Take care of yourselves and give your pets an extra hug from us.
Biscuit sends love to all the dogs out there.
And Luna sends a slow blink to all the cats. In cat language, that means I love you.
And Luna also wants me to tell everyone that she definitely did not knock anything off my bedside table on purpose. She was just investigating.
Of course she was. Bye, everyone. See you next time at the English Lounge.
Bye, everyone. Keep practicing and keep sharing.